Brendan, many congratulations. What an incredible game that was. Just try and sum up your emotions after that win.
I'm just a wee bit deflated, just sapped. There was so much energy put into that because it lasted so long. There was so many, I suppose, lucky spells in the game that I took control when I did. If I hadn't, I could have been railroaded. And Mickey played. I feel for Mickey because I love Mickey to bits, and I want him to do so well on the tour, but not against me. But he pushed me to the limit there, and I just about had enough and no more.
We know Mickey, a former World Cup partner of yours. Given the context, is that one of the toughest games you've had on the World Championship?
Oh, it's completely the toughest. The only tougher game I could have would be playing against my brother, and that's the truth. Like, Mickey is part of the family, and that is so tough. And I know what it means to him. He's not here to make up the numbers. People think Mickey Mansell is just, he just plays and that's it. But Mickey here's to win. And no different than myself, I'm here to win. And that's what I had to, I preempted the first round result that Mickey would win. And I trained myself for the last 2.5 weeks that I was going to have a battle. I was going to have it, and I might go the whole way. So I was preparing myself mentally for that, and it just got me over the line no more.
And the quality never dipped throughout the contest. It was a really, really high quality battle. So how much confidence do you take from coming through a game like that?
Well, yeah, it's like I don't actually know what it was. I felt periods of the game that especially against when Mickey had sets, like I let them go very easy, but it was more. Well, I suppose there was a cracking shot out from Mickey, and I was playing pretty well in the second set, and he took it out to go 2-0 up. So I wasn't that disappointed with the second set, but I just thought maybe a few more trebles, could have been, the difference. Maybe put him under more pressure on his own throw, but I think he was comfortable. He was playing well, and I'm just glad to get through.
Looking ahead now to round 3, it's Gerwyn Price up next for you. You've already played him on this stage before. What are your thoughts on that battle?
I'm just waiting for another last leg shootout. Last leg shootout, the last time we played, and he went on and won. So if it's my turn, I get a last leg shootout, and I win. You never know, I could be winning the title.
Thanks, Brendan. Well done.
Cheers, thanks.
Brendan, congratulations. What's the pressure like in that sudden death leg?
I don't think it was as bad as normally it would be because I kind of half prepared for it. The last 2 or 3 weeks I had prepared for every scenario against Mickey. I had mentally put myself in a position that I was up against that last leg. I hadn't worked out whether I had the throw or not, but I had put myself in. I had to go to town in the last leg and pull out the big stuff. That's what I was hoping for. As it happened, I played reasonably well in the last leg.
You see turn back time on your collar. What's the reference for it?
The better days or more successful days. I don't know. It was a thing like I'm getting long in the tooth at this game, and I suppose I would like to turn it back time to, getting the finals on TV tournaments, which I done in 2011, and that's what I want to do. I want to get back to winning ways, I suppose. As you do say, I know I lost that final, but I think at that time I would have been anybody else bar the player I had to play.
Just listening to you talk about that, has it been a mental battle for you then to put those demons behind you?
I think it's been a mental battle to get ready to play Mickey. I'm because I love the man so much and I want him to do so well in the game. I would love to see me and Mickey Mansell in the World Championship final. I would not love to see him beat me, but I would love to see him, the two of us getting that far, and the two of us being so successful, providing for our families, and that's what it's all about. And it was a mental strain. As I say, I had built up to play Mickey Mansell. I wasn't playing Zong, even though he actually looked a dangerous player. when Mickey was playing him, like, and I thought Mickey dealt with it really, really well. And once Mickey got on top, Mickey showed that he was a tour card holder and was up against that stuff all the time. Whereas I think the Zong, he probably dipped a bit once he didn't get the first set. He probably wasn't used to somebody maybe bullying as you do in the PDC.
Brendan, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Phil.
Brendan, you talk about when you were making major finals and major semi-finals, of course, in the World Cup as well. Would you believe that game and those performances are still there for you?
The game has advanced. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not stupid, and I know the standard has improved. But I still think, like, every day I go out, like, there's players on the tour and they're talked about all over TV, and as the favourites or the best in the world or the whatever, and I beat them behind closed doors. Well, actually, I beat Michael in front of everyone. And like, Michael is the man. Like, probably the best player in the world at the minute is Luke Humphreys, because he's won the last 3 tournaments, and Gezi, performance-wise, stats-wise, he's well up there. But I think with experience and all that he's won, Michael is the guy. And for me, to beat him on the stage just proves I still have it. I know he wasn't hitting 115 averages against me when it happened, but it's about winning. It's about winning in the moment, and I was better in that moment than him. So coming here, I have a tough job in the next round against Gezi. I know that, but it's about doing a job, not caring about the average. And that's what I've just started to learn in the last couple of months, is forget about the average, just win.
Talk about Gerwyn Price next. Do you relish those opportunities? Do you enjoy playing against Gezi?
Oh, I do. I love playing against Gezi. He brings a lot more to the sport. So he does. He's different, and he's fiery. But he's only fiery when he's throwing. I've always made a statement that he does what he does on the ake, when it's his time on the ake. And he's never done it outside his time. He's never, when I put my foot to the ake, once he's walked behind me, never done anything, so he's never tried to do it, and he's never tried to put me off, he never tried. So Gezi is doing what he wants to do for himself, for no one else. And that I have no problem with. Cheers.
Brendan, you said that you spent 3 weeks preparing to play Mickey Mansell. How will the preparations be different in the next match against Gerwyn Price?
Oh, well, Mickey was total mental. With Gezi, I have Christmas Day to sort out. I have to go home, enjoy Christmas Day, forget about it. Darts. I'm long enough playing darts now, and I know darts is over and done with. I go home, enjoy my time at home, and whenever I have to come back, I'm sure Dave will tell me now, short. But whenever I have to come back, I'll come back, and I'll be all guns blazing after having a lovely, happy Christmas time with family.
Spoke about trying to get back to the success you had in days gone by, but still top 32 in the world, 16th consecutive PDC World Championship. What do you put that longevity down to?
A bit of luck here and there, but no dart player can play without luck, and I think probably I have put the effort in. In the early days when maybe I got to the top 10 in the world rankings and the top 16 for a long time, I didn't practice. I did practice. I practiced probably for an hour and a half, and I thought that was good enough. But the standard has moved on, and I have to put 3-4 hours in a day, just on a regular week for 3 days or whatever, before I start to travel and then play the tournaments and come back, and you get 3 days at home. You have to. It's rotational. As soon as you get home, you practice for 3 days. You're away again, and you get home on the 3rd or 4th day, and you do it for 2 days or 3 days. It's just practice, and I've probably dedicated more time to the sport now, whereas I do find it mentally hard to do it because most of it's on my own. Whereas if me and you went down to anywhere to practice, I'd practice for it. 12 hours a day.
I'm sure you smashed me off the board as well.
Maybe a chance of that.
Brendan, big well done. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
When do you travel back home? What's your travel plans?
Tonight.
And what about coming home as well? Have you decided when you're going to get back to the UK?
No, I travel home tonight. Whenever I get told I have to come back, I'll be back. If I have to play on the 27th, I'll come back on the 26th. If I have to play on the 28th, chances are I'll do the 27th.
There's never an issue of maybe just staying in London just to avoid any travel problems, or do you think being at home is important?
I don't want to disregard or be hateful to anybody, but it would depress me totally to be not at home. You know, I want to be with my family, my wife, stepkids and all, and see my mother and all over Christmas. That means a lot to me. Like I love Christmas, watching darts on telly all during the years when I was growing up and that. When I had to play darts on telly at Christmas, I started to hate it. So Christmas, being at home, is very important to me.
Was your wife in the audience today?
She was indeed, yeah.
She was quite vocal and quite animated.
I was keeping my head down and not looking. Tesa just wishes the best for me, and she does. You know, sometimes I need that stare, that look, that come on, waking up kind of thing, and she does that there, and she gets me going again. And well, it's more like train of thought, focus on what you're doing, and not just chuck for no good reason.
Is that the stress of Ali Pali, or is she always like that?
Oh no, she's always like that. You know, she just loves to see me doing well, and she's devoted to what I do. Like, and you know, when I had hard times in 2017, 18, there was a phone call from her that just said, "You're daft. You're thinking too much. Forget about whatever it costs, and you not getting it. Next month or next tournament, you're still going. It doesn't matter. You're not quitting." You know, and she says, "It doesn't matter what you do." She says, "I'd live in the streets with you no matter what." Like, so, and then the next day I won. So when you have that support, it's amazing. It's brilliant, and like Tesa just backs me to the hilt.
And what's it like to play Gerwyn Price in a big TV tournament? A lot of focus on him, a lot of attention. What's it like to be
Brilliant. You know, I do. I suppose I'm a wee bit reserved, and I do love the focus on somebody else. If it's on me, I don't like all the extra things I have to do. I just like to do my own wee thing and be quiet. And I'd like to cause an upset. Like, I love being an underdog. I love being, I like to spoil parties. Cheers.
Brendan, you're one of just 15 players to be in this year's field and the one 10 years ago. How do you assess the last decade of yours at Ali Pali, and do you think you can go on one of your best runs this year?
Well, I'm hoping for one of the best runs, but you can't take anything for granted. I have a big obstacle in Gerwyn Price in the next round, but I'm still here. I'm still in it, so everything's a possibility. 10 years come and go, and you probably regret other things in the past, but I don't regret what I'm doing at the minute because I'm giving myself the best opportunity. I'm keeping myself happy mentally in my life. I'm going home for Christmas with the wife, stepkids and everything, grandchildren, and it's just everything's good for me at the minute. I'm feeling great about life. I'm feeling great that I can do good things. It's about doing it on the day. That's the difference. It's about that day. Like, I could be awesome the day before, but that's no good. It's about doing it up on that stage.
Yeah, and also carrying on the past few years, we've seen your pace change quite a bit. How would you assess, is the speed going up? Are you happy with your action at the moment?
I would have to say I'm still trying to find the right balance. There's times I throw too quick, just trying to be that. I want to be more momentous and more rhythm in my throw, because it does help. It does help because I always thought it was cheating that just to use rhythm because you're not aiming. But I'm trying to combine the two Edelman to start off with and let the second and third dart flow. So I'm not going to be the quickest player in the world, never will be. But I do think I am quicker than what I used to be, and it's about suiting me and not suiting anybody else, so I don't care.
Yeah, and finally, does the good memories of the summer beating Michael in Blackpool, does that give you increased chance against Gezi, do you think?
It does, but I also know how I failed in the next round, and probably that is going to stand me in good stead more than beating Michael. Although the confidence I get that I beating, the best, one or two best players ever on the planet, it's good for me. I'm just I'm just a regular dart player that wants to do well, and it's great that someone like me can ruffle people's feathers.
All right, thank you. Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry Christmas.